Good morning, Tigers. It's so good to see you again. At least you can see me. And when we Zoom together, I do see you. And so it's just great seeing you each day. So we're going to continue with what we did last week. We're just going to add on to that. That's what we do in PE is we lay a foundation and then we just build until we have all these skills that we're able to use our entire lives. It's so cool. So last week, I taught you that hopping was on one foot, and I asked you to practice that skill. We taught that you needed to glue your knees and your feet together and jump with 2 feet. All right, so I hope you've been practicing that. And then the last skill I taught you last week was leaping. And leaping is when you're moving faster. I'm not going to move very fast in my classroom, but it was when you were going from one foot to the other foot. All right? And so I hope that you've been working on those skills this past week and building up that strength and being successful and going, look, I can do it, look, I can do it. So this week, our objective, we're always trying to be tiger strong. That's what this says, tiger strong. But our objective this week is to learn how to gallop and skip. So let me tell you what those two things are. Gallop is when you're moving forward and you have one leg that's always in front. So I'm going to start with my left leg in front. And you just move forward like that. It's like what a horse does. Now I could do it with my other foot. It's always in front. Sometimes it's easier to do it with one foot over the other foot. So when you're just learning, practice on the leg that's easier. So I'm going to come right to you right now, practicing on my leg that's not as easy, all right? So we want to do both sides, but we want to get really good at the one we're good at first. So that's galloping. Think of a horse. All right, skipping, that's really hard. So this is going to be your challenge this week. Some of you maybe already know how to do it, but it's tougher. When you skip, it's like a hop and then a step. Hop and step. So I'm just going to skip around. You want to have some motion. All right? You want to use your arms. Okay? So you can see how I'm just moving my arms. I'll try to do it slowly. Hop, step, step. So that's a skip. So this week, I really want you to focus on learning how to gallop, learning how to skip, and then continue practicing your hopping, your jumping, and your leaping. All right, our fitness focus is still jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are good because we're using our arms and our legs at the same time. And when we're doing activities, one of the things we want to do is increase our heart rate. My heart is beating faster right now because I'm moving around and talking at the same time. So if you want to put on some music at your house and do some jumping jacks, try to do jumping jacks and skip and hop and gallop and leap through your house. So jumping jacks again, look like this. Then you could skip, you could gallop around, you could hop. Maybe put on a song and do all of those different movements during a song. So our fitness focus is jumping jacks. Health focus, wash your hands. I know, boys and girls, you've been hearing so much about washing your hands, and you're probably like, really, Mrs. Churchman, we've heard a lot about washing our hands. But boys and girls, when you're at home, we want you practicing washing your hands and doing a really good job using soap, using water, drying your hands off. Because when we come back to school, it's going to be so important that you wash your hands throughout the day here at school. If you happen to sneeze or cough, remember you want to do it in your elbow or down your shirt, okay? But if you wipe your face or do those kinds of things, you definitely want to go wash your hands right after that. So make sure you're using soap and water, okay? That's our health focus. All right. The other thing we're going to work on, and I'm going backwards because I almost forgot to do it, was we're going to continue our underhand throw. So last week I showed you I had a basket full of different items. Great if you have a ball, but if not, you can use a stuffed animal or a roll of tape. And I'm going to use my stuffed animal today because I know probably most of you have a Beanie Baby or stuffed animal. Remember when we're doing underhand throw? You step with the opposite foot. So I'm holding my item in this hand. I'm going to step with this foot. And as I step, my arm comes back and then I throw. You're always looking at your target. And remember, your hand is up like this. So this week, what I want you to do, hopefully you've been practicing that, I want you to create some kind of game, all right? So I've set up a bicycle tire, a basket, and a bicycle helmet. Doesn't matter what you use, you just need some targets. I'm going to stand in my bicycle tire, and I'm going to toss my stuffed animal to the basket. So I'm going to step with the opposite foot, look at my target, and I'm going to throw. And then I'm going to hop to my stuffed animal. It didn't go in, that's okay. It got close. This time I'm going to throw it to my helmet, stepping with the opposite foot. And this time I'm going to choose to skip. Okay? I pick up my stuffed animal, I step and I throw, and I think I'll jump this time. Okay? So what I'm asking you to do this week is get a little creative, combine the throwing and your hopping and jumping and skipping and galloping, and create some kind of game in your apartment or your house or outside, and have fun with it, boys and girls. We want to have fun. So that's our lesson for today, and I'll see you at Zoom, and have a great time throwing, catching, hopping, jumping, skipping, galloping, and being tiger strong.